Good job staying with your Reinhardt. You got another kill! Just keep firing. Great job. You're supporting the Reinhardt so much here.
Uh-oh.
You got an... Unreal. I love it.
Crap.
All right. So we had you on last week, right?
Right.
So I wanted to approach this session a little bit differently. And I haven't briefed Tikatee on this, so Tikatee's going to be in for a little bit of a wild ride. Because you've been kind of a mainstay around the Overwatch community for a while, as well as you've gotten coaching from some other individuals as well, right? So you've gotten coaching from myself, you've gotten coaching from SVB. Have you gotten coaching from anyone else?
A few others, though not on each stream.
A few others...
But not on a stream.
But yeah, that's totally fine. I mean, the off-stream coaching is still legitimate coaching.
Right.
So, and you've been playing Overwatch for quite a while as well.
Yes.
And
well over 2 years.
Well over 2 years, and I've seen you kind of described yourself as being in the depths of bronze earlier today on the Discord, right?
Correct.
So have you ever been to silver?
Not once.
Not once. Okay, so
closest I've come is about, I think it was somewhere in the 870s.
870. So that's your peak, somewhere in the 870 SR.
Right.
Okay, so we've got to change something up here because you've had coaching sessions with myself, you've had coaching sessions with other people. You're legitimately trying to improve and get to silver, or at least kind of your career high. So. I wanted to start off the session before we even kind of jump into looking at a VOD. I wanted to kind of like talk about some meta stuff about what kind of coaching you have attempted or has been given to you, why you feel it hasn't worked. But yeah, I wanted to do like a little bit more of a discussion before we jumped up into another VOD because I assume that all of the coaching sessions that you've done before have kind of focused on VODs in your individual gameplay. So I wanted to just talk at a little bit more meta level about your approach to the game and what coaching has worked or has not worked for you in the past. Are you okay with that? And I mean, honestly, like I'll refund the money for the coaching session for that because it's going to be a little bit different than what I expected. But I did want to. I was thinking it was like because I was preparing for the sessions this weekend, and it's one of the ones where. I feel bad because I think that we worked together either like before my break, either during the Facebook or before that. And we've had a session past that, but it hasn't worked there. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So, how long after when you started playing Overwatch did you first seek out coaching? I guess is my first question.
If I had to hazard a guess, it might have been a year and a half. Or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So a year and a half after you started playing Overwatch, playing in bronze that entire time, what was the kind of trigger that first got you into looking for coaching in Overwatch?
If I had to hazard a guess, I was thinking doing nothing on my own. Obviously, what I'm doing isn't working, so I must have been missing something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you're in your 50s, correct?
Right, 59.
Okay, we're going to have a birthday party for you when you turn 60. You're going to let us know when that is, right?
Of course.
Nice. All right. Chat, you're all invited. I'm inviting y'all to his birthday. What is your least favorite part of Overwatch?
For lack of a better term, getting rolled.
The feeling helpless sort of thing, like lack of control. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Okay, and so, and you've played D.Va for the majority of your Overwatch career, right?
Correct. I've been trying to branch out, but she is my main.
And why did you select D.Va?
Mostly for mobility.
Mostly for mobility?
Yeah, I see that I can fly here and there and everywhere at a pretty quick clip and get to be where I need to be if I have to defend somebody.
Okay. When you said you were trying to branch out, what other heroes have you tried to play?
Okay, under the tank category, I've also done Rhine, and I played a very small amount of games as Zarya. Under the DPS category, I've done Junkrat and McCree and Soldier. I think there was one other, I forget what. Oh, Symmetra, that's right. And under the support category, I've done Mora, Mercy, Baptiste, and Lucio.
I with how did your experience with Moira go?
A little lacking.
In what ways though?
I can't really say off the top of my head, but I think I was dying a lot at that point. Granted, I expect to die a lot
Yeah.
because this is what it is.
It can definitely feel. I mean, when you're trying to branch out, it can. Some people feel really trapped when they try and branch out because, especially if you've played Diva for 2 years, over 2 years at this point, your knowledge with that hero might be well, it's going to be far beyond any of the other heroes, and it's one of those things where even if you're changing up playstyles, not just changing up heroes, if you're playing Diva and you're given a new playstyle that will eventually work better than what you're doing right now. In the short term, your performance is going to suffer. You're going to die a lot more while there is that kind of process of learning how to play your hero. So, it maybe could be a thing like that where, you're comparing it to your relative skill level on Diva, which would be much higher just from the amount of time that you've put in on her. Now, in terms of like when you're talking in game, I've heard some of the comms that you have. Do you consider yourself more of like a person who leads a team as like a shot caller, a strategic planner or something? Would you consider yourself as somebody who provides informational callouts, like you see things and you let your team know that they're happening, but you let them make the decisions on what to do? Or would you consider somebody who is, passive, reacts to calls and instructions? Or last option, would you consider yourself like a lone wolf, somebody who completely does their own thing during a game?
I think it's a combination of the first and second option there.
So a leader, so providing information and then actually leading and instructing the team?
A little bit of that, yes.
Okay. So how did so you said that you've tried both main tank and main support then. So how was your experience playing Lucio?
Uh, I felt I was getting some stuff done, and then I also felt where I wasn't really doing anything.
Mm-hmm. So you have this kind of like I wanna try and focus down on like in order to get you to improve. I want to try and just focus on one skill and one role, and I want you to try and focus on this. This is at least where I've been thinking we might see some success. And the main problem that I'm seeing right now, just from like the way that you approach games, the way that you've done things historically through other activities in your life, you have this where you want to outthink people, do this kind of duelist thing, but then you're also this leader and shot caller, and you've spent a lot of time coaching, or sorry, getting coached and learning about the game. But it might be difficult for you to actually apply that while trying to take duels. There's a reason why, DPS players are very rarely somebody who is actively calling during a game because they are 100% focused on winning their duel or doing whatever that is possible. Now, one of the things, just from remembering and reviewing the other coaching sessions that we've done with you, I think that one of the problems, the main problems that I see with your gameplay is the tunnel visioning as well as situational awareness. So how are you relatively new to computer games, or have you always been kind of like a computer nerd sort of thing?
Well, if computer gaming can be considered a nerd, I'll be guilty of that. I've been doing that since 1980s.
1980. So you have been into computers for quite a long time then.
Yes,
Okay.
and before that, was playing the typical board games.
Okay.
Since I was a young child.
How many of these, like the computer games that you've been playing, have been games with like 3D environments? Like, doesn't have to be a shooter. It could be a flight simulator, for example, would be a 3D environment. How many games other than Overwatch have a 3D environment that you've played previously?
I go back as far as Wolfenstein 3D.
Okay. Oh, so you do have
Way
experience.
long,
Yeah. Okay.
way long ago.
Way long ago. Interesting. All right. I, I almost want to like this make this my personal vendetta to get you to silver. But
I welcome the vendetta.
one of the things we might do in the longer term is focus on trying to because I really want to focus on your situational awareness, and the reason that I want to improve your situational awareness is so that you can, because like you are the person who likes making calls, leading, and I think that you a part of me feels like you want to be working with teams more coordinated than you're going to find in bronze. So I think that like if we gave you a role that is going to be really, really good at gathering situational awareness and actually being able to communicate that to your team and then help them actually win like that, and Lucio is going to be a pretty good character for that sort of thing, where I think that his AoE, where you can help multiple people, you're a little bit more survivable. You can still take the duels if you feel that's comfortable. You can have high impact with environmental kills. You can be very defensive and keep your team alive with a defensive support ultimate, and you can be aggressive with your speed boost, for example, speeding your team into the enemy team. I think that that's going to be probably the hero that I would want to at least start with to see how you adapted it to it in terms of a playstyle. Does that kind of like make sense? Does that jive with what you're thinking, or am I kind of like completely off my rocker sort of thing?
No, that makes some sense.
Okay. Now, have you played Lucio? So like, have you? You've played Lucio a little bit, right?
A small number of times, yes.
Did you ever receive coaching on Lucio?
No, that wasn't my main at the time.
That was your main at the time. All right.
Was not my main.
Was not your main at the time, but he was one of the characters that you branched out to originally, right?
Right.
And why did you kind of drop him? Why did you feel like you weren't finding success on him?
When at the time, way back when, before I did any sort of coaching, I actually had the philosophy that support needed to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I might have played Lucio halfway competently, I wasn't doing the job that I thought I was supposed to be doing.
In general, your main job is going to focus around kind of two things: keeping your flex support alive. So if you have like an Ana or something like that, or a Zenyatta or somebody squishy like that, your job is to keep them alive even at the cost of your own life. And then your other job is going to be supporting your main tank in whatever that they want to do. If it's a Reinhardt especially, kind of speeding that Reinhardt around forward, backwards, helping him transition faster, anything like that. So those are going to be like your two main jobs. So when you go into these games on Lucio, I'd like you to kind of focus on those two things to start with. Don't chase other people off. Don't try and take 1v1s. Don't try and take duels. If the duels go onto your flex support, then react to that. Be there, boop that. Like if there's a Genji on your Zenyatta or something, be with your Zenyatta, boop the Genji away, amp heals to heal your Zenyatta, and try and get the Genji to fight you instead of the Zen. And if it is going to be like a Reinhardt, help that Reinhardt not only have some healing speed so that he can catch up and hit people with his hammer or his axe, boot people away if he's in trouble, or sound barrier to keep him alive and allow him to go more aggressive. But I think that like for the start of the playstyle, that's what I'd kind of like to see you start with, is going to be that Lucio playstyle. So with that, I'm going to set up a pug lobby for us to jump in just so that I can spectate with you.
Okay.
And it'll be a little bit higher lobby. I'm going to ask that people only under platinum jump in. So it won't be your typical bronze game. It'll have a little bit more coordination and comms, but we'll do this in a situation where we can get you a little bit more of a feeling with Lucio, just in a little bit more of a controlled environment. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
All right, awesome. I'll set up that lobby right now.
All right.
All right, so the two people that you're going to be looking for, Rapier Man, are going to be Tikatee, who's your Ana player, and then Zen. So Zen Apps. His name is Zen, but he's going to be your Reinhardt, right? So if at any point you get lost in a team fight, look for either your Ana or your Reinhardt, and then just hang out with them. And so don't go off on your own. Like whatever you're doing, always have it focused around either your Ana or your Reinhardt. So to start with, just chill with your Reinhardt and left click in the general direction of your opponent.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Oh, hello, early.
Okay, did I lose you? Oh no, I paused in the wrong situation. Why did I go off you? Unlucky. Okay. Yeah, actually, let me unpause again. I want to get back onto Rapier Man here. I lost you on the spectator. There you are. So back out just a little bit. You lost your Reinhardt, so look to find where Tikatee is on the Ana.
Right.
So look to turn around and find where your Ana is. And then, yeah, hang out with Tikatee. So play just behind Tikatee so that you can always keep Tikatee in your sightline, so that you can see what he's doing. And just keep, even if you're not aiming, just hold down your left mouse button so you're shooting in the general direction of the red team.
Okay. So I've got Brian back now. Should I go ahead and move up to him?
Yep, that's a great decision.
All right. Oh.
So yeah, I want you to either just be a little bit of distance behind your Rein, never in front of your Rein, and if your Reinhardt goes down, I want you to find, like, go visually look at Tikatee on the Ana, and then start playing behind Tikatee. So you've lost your Reinhardt, go find Tikatee.
Thank you. Move. Okay.
Yep.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Oh, you're doing good. Alright, so your Reinhardt's back. Just be a little bit farther behind Reinhardt. You don't want to be too close to that damage.
Enemy contact.
Good job. So back up, find Tikatee. Play behind Tikatee. Good. Keep firing. Just keep holding down the left click. Doesn't matter if you're aiming. Just always be firing. Eventually you'll get lucky. Keep firing. Even if there's nothing, you never know when they're going to turn the corner. You got the projectile damage for a reason. They're slow-moving projectiles, unlike the hit scan of the Eva, so just always be firing. Okay. So this time, if you ever see the critical show up on your Reinhardt... Oh, you got the window fire strike. That's very unlucky. That's fine, though.
Yeah.
So when you respawn this time, I want you to press shift, and then on the center of the screen, you'll see it go to green. So... press shift, you're on the green now. That's going to help you get back to spawn faster. So press E to make you go even faster with your amp it up. Perfect. And then you're back to the fight here. So just follow your soldier, because there's nobody else left on the point. So turn around, follow your soldier.
Oh.
Oh, you got... Oh, okay. Same thing, though.
Yeah.
So when you're getting back from spawn, as soon as you've respawned, the thing I want you to do is press shift so that your speed is up, and then press E immediately to get out of spawn and back to your team as fast as possible.
Whoa. Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you don't see your Reinhardt and you're in kind of like this messy situation here, the first thing that you want to be doing is looking for your Reinhardt. So find your Reinhardt right now.
Yeah.
So
he's way back.
So yeah, so
he's way back.
You've got speed right now. So your job is to go and get him because you can help him come back to the fight faster.
Oh.
So this is
Wrong
one of the
direction.
yeah. This is one of the this is one of the benefits of being Lucio is that if your team isn't grouping up very much.
I'm in a bad spot. Oh crap! I tried to back out.
No, you were doing good. You were doing good, and you'll get better at this as you become more comfortable on this hero. But yeah, so you especially, it's gonna be a very powerful thing in bronze is to help your team get back faster. So look for your Reinhardt right now. Where is your Reinhardt?
Don't see him.
Yeah, he's right there.
He's way back.
So if you, even if you're respawning, find your Reinhardt because you can help your main tank get back to that fight faster. So this time you're going to press Q as soon as your Reinhardt has your Reinhardt will get healed up here a bit. Next time you see that cross show up on him, like he's at critical health, press Q, and you'll keep him alive.
All right.
See. Good, good.
Yeah. Woo. Uh-oh.
Oh, that boop got you into the pit. Unlucky. That was a good beat, though. So you gave your team the you gave your team the extra shield that they needed to go in. Because one of the really cool things about your ultimate is that when you use it, especially if they've lost half health, you can heal what's underneath that barrier. So you can get them back up to full health as the barrier is decaying away. So what are you doing during this team fight? Find your Reinhardt.
Reinhardt's behind me, as I recall.
Yep, he is. So
there he is.
So stay behind him and get him to the fight as fast as possible. Good. Stay with your Reinhardt, so move up with him. Great switch to speed. Good stuff.
Where the hell? Oh, there he is. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great here.
Yeah. Whoa. My bad.
Oh, no, you're not. You're bad at all. You're good. That's great.
Oh.
Stick with your Reinhardt. Awesome. So you see, yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah.
I mean, Rapier Man, this is your first time playing Lucio. You're doing fantastic.
Actually, not my first time, but it's definitely doing a lot better than what I normally do.
Yeah. So find your Reinhardt. Even if he's dead, wait for him to respawn so that you can bring him back to the team fight with you. Find your Reinhardt. So you would have just respawned. There he is.
Yes. Uh-oh.
So be with your Reinhardt. Yeah,
or die.
Well, that's what's going to happen if you're not with your Reinhardt. You're just in the open. You are. You don't have the same amount of HP as that diva, right? So.
All right.
Good speeding back from spawn. Great stuff.
Oops.
Okay. Like honest. So that's probably. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going. It's going to feel very overwhelming at the start. But we can start building up these things. Like, we can start building up a comfort level by just having very, very simple rules about what to do. It's almost like a decision tree. Even high-level players follow this decision tree. So it's basically going to be at the start of every fight, or even before a fight starts, find your Reinhardt, stay with him. Even if he's not in the front line, even if he's dead, at this level, it's fine to just wait with your Reinhardt until he spawns, and then move with him, because you're going to help him get back to that fight faster. So I'm going to swap the teams, and then we're going to try this once more on attack, where things will be a little bit more your tempo.
Now enter attackers incoming.
All right, stay with your Reinhardt, and always be shooting. I just want you to always be shooting so that you don't have to think about it. We can add aiming later, just always be shooting. Okay, your Reinhardt's moving up. Stay with him. Okay, your Reinhardt's done. Look around for your other support. Find Tikatee. Where is your Baptiste in this case? There's your Baptiste. All right, stay right behind, just as if he was your main tank, and do the same thing. Keep firing and support your other healer when your main tank drops. Okay, your Reinhardt's back, so you can go with your Reinhardt now. Good, Am.
Oh!
You're doing great. Awesome. Stay with your Reinhardt if he wants to move up. Nice. Okay. You're doing great. So the next thing that I want to add in is if you see your Reinhardt's taking damage, I want you to amp on heals, so when you see the yellow cross in front of you, and if you ever get separated from your Reinhardt, I want you to amp on speed and catch up to him. So move to green and catch up to your Reinhardt. Good. You're with your Reinhardt, switch back to yellow. Stay behind your Reinhardt. Great heals. Great heals.
All right, I tried to back up, and suddenly I got bumped by the sled. Uh-oh.
Stay with your Reinhardt. Stay with your Reinhardt. Yeah.
Trying. Alright. I have no idea where you... Oh, there you are!
You got him. You're doing great.
Uh-oh.
Good amp. Perfect.
That was mostly by accident.
No, it was intentional. Take those when you can. Okay. I love that you stay firing. This is great. So keep up with your Reinhardt. He's in front of you. Amp speed to catch up to him. You're with him. Great. Okay, so next time you see the little cross show up on your Reinhardt that he needs healing, that's when you're going to press Q. So don't let your Reinhardt die. If he ever gets to about half health, you press Q to keep him alive, and then after that, you speed. So keep him alive with your ultimate, and then speed.
Right. Whoop.
Right?
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. That was unlucky. Can't do much about that when he just pins through the backline, but
yeah.
No, I was doing good. You were looking for doing exactly what I was saying. And you got 7 minutes. You're doing great. You got lots of opportunities to get this.
Yeah.
These are quick play rules.
Oh, there he is.
All right. Close.
Oops.
Yeah.
Dashes will happen.
Yep. So if you are low yourself, I mean, especially when you've got your ultimate, you are important. So if you do have to use that that E in order to give yourself some health, you know, don't be afraid of doing that. Good. Keeping your team alive.
Yeah.
Careful of that Reinhardt. Great. Keep firing on him. Good positioning. So back out a little bit. Your Reinhardt's back. Fantastic. Stay with him. Good healing here. Keep firing. You're doing great. Awesome. Your Reinhardt's going in. Speed to catch up to your Reinhardt. Catch up to your Reinhardt. Good. You're with him. Back on heals. Okay. You're doing a great job. Speed to catch up to your Reinhardt. He charged in. Okay, back on heals. You're with your Reinhardt.
Oh,
great.
Wait.
You're in a grab.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
That was.
Crap.
That's one of those ones where you just got visual information everywhere. That was a very messy fight, but you did fantastic. You did your job.
Up the tempo.
Let's see if we can just get these people back up there.
Yeah. So find your main tank. There's.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. So go find him and make sure you're leading him back into battle because he's the last to respawn, but he needs to be on the front line. Love that you're on speed. Awesome.
And I'm purple.
Yep. So yeah. Oh. Amp, get some heals for you and your team. Heals. You're on speed. There you go.
It's all right.
All right.
Fingers got crossed up.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen for a while. Catch up to your Reinhardt. All right. Find your other healer. Your Reinhardt dropped. Find your other healer.
Okay. Whoops. Yeah.
Careful of the dragon. Oh, that's your dragon. It's red though.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, good. You can go pick up your Reinhardt. He's almost back. Good. Bring him back to the fight. Awesome. Now stick with your Reinhardt. You can win this fight. Big. Help your Reinhardt. Just stay with him. And you've got your ultimate you can use as soon as you get it. Big ultimate. Nice kill! Good job staying with your Reinhardt. You got another kill! Just keep firing. Great job. You're supporting the Reinhardt so much here.
Uh-oh.
You got unreal. I love it.
Crap. I think I've lost him. Yeah, back out.
Okay, you found your Baptiste though. He's right in front of you. So, okay, you just barely. You got 3 kills though. That was big. All right. You almost got this. So as soon as you respawn, find your Reinhardt. And then lead him into battle.
My ultimate is charging. We need to keep this moving.
All right, you're with your Reinhardt. Bring him into the fight. As soon as he's into the fight, go on to healing. Good. Stay with your Reinhardt.
Alright. Wall.
Doing great.
Wall is down. Uh-oh.
You can amp healing. Great heals. Okay, back out a little bit. Oh,
Oop.
just barely. That was good, though. You were in the grav where you knew you were going to take a lot of damage, then amped heals. That was the correct decision. So you saved your Reinhardt. You traded your life for your Reinhardt, and anytime you die to save your Reinhardt or your other support player, that is a worthwhile trade.
Let's keep this moving.
Almost there.
Yeah, your team's got an advantage, so keep them up, keep them supported. Amp heals. More healing. Give yourself more
Uh-oh.
healing. You can press E. There you. Oh, you got Fire Strike.
Sorry.
yeah,
I
so-
lost my teammate somewhere along the way.
You were with them, even if they went off your screen there, but you were doing good. So, one of the things is that, especially for the healing, the speed is going to apply instantly. Healing is going to apply over a couple seconds. So if you know you're going to be taking damage, or even if you don't know where it's coming from, you can just heal early, because it'll give you some bonus healing over a couple of seconds. So same sort of thing here. You've got your ultimate, so as soon as you see your Reinhardt get to about half health, you can press Q to keep him alive. Great stuff supporting that charge. I love it.
Damn, I got locked off.
Help your team. You've got an amp available. Good healing. That's going to keep your Reinhardt up. Keep firing. You don't want to be in front of your Reinhardt. Careful.
Blocked.
Another grab. Like, they're only able to kill you with ultimate combos here, which is fantastic. So,
Yeah. Ah, that's what happened. I got charged.
60 seconds.
My ultimate is ready.
okay. You got this. You know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
My ultimate is ready.
Good heals. Keep firing at that grab. Doing great. Stay with your Reinhardt. Oh, he's going in the pit. Okay, find Tikatee. Find your Baptiste and stay behind him. But keep firing.
30 seconds.
Uh-oh. Can't get out. Can't get out.
Good job. Stay behind Tikatee. You're in front. Find Tikatee and stay behind him. Yep, you're doing great. Your Reinhardt's back, so now you can support your Reinhardt again.
10 seconds.
Don't get in front of your Reinhardt. Stay behind him. Use Q as soon as you've got it. Good stuff. Keep your team in the fight. Nice kill. You got this. Just one left. There you go! You won! Look at that!
Yowza!
Hey! So that was a game that was gold game. Because the people who joined were gold. So that's already like around 1500 elo higher than you are normally playing in. And you're getting a lot of value there. So there's some like very simple things. Once you feel, I suppose, like, stay with these very, very simple rules. Because you don't need to do like complicated things. You don't have to have massive play styles or game plans in order to get a lot of value. But like these very, very simple kind of like decision trees about where is my Rhine? What am I doing to support my Rhine? My Rhine is dead. Where is my second anchor? You know, it's like, where is my other support? And just using these as those two anchor points, this is what's going to give you like a baseline or a foundation. And you're going to use these just like these two modes. I'm either helping my Reinhardt or I'm helping my support. And from there, we want to get to the point, honestly,
Now
we want to get to the point where you are bored of this playstyle. Because once you're bored about this playstyle and it's automatic, it's instinctual, at this point in time, you can start thinking about more things. Like at that point, we could think about, aiming more specifically instead of just spamming. We could be thinking about adding in wall riding. We could be thinking about more things. But I want you to just stick to this very simple. And it might seem like I'm patronizing you. It's honestly not. It's like this is truly, sincerely one of the best things that I think could help you out. Because once we can get you to a playstyle where you are having impact on the team fight with like very low effort, at that point we can free up more of your brain power to think about what else is going on in the team fight. What else can you do while doing these simple, basic things that are having value? And once we use these two things to give you like a grounding in what is happening during the fight, what you can be doing, at that point we can start introducing enough situational awareness that you can be providing calls to your team, like being a leader. Or in these situations where it's like if you are being situationally aware, where you recognize that somebody is in a position where you can actually punish them either by dueling them or booping them, that's when you can decide to go off script and do things like that. But I want you to stick to this script until you get bored of it. It's like repeat this script over and over. Like, I mean, there's some people who I've literally had them put Post-it notes on the side of their monitor and just have a checklist to go through until it's just ingrained into their person, where it's just so automatic. They don't even think about the steps. They just do all of those steps automatically. And that's where I want to get you to the point. I want you to get to the point where this kind of very, very, very simple decision tree is just instinctual to you. Stick with your Reinhardt. If he's not there, stick with your other support. 1, 2. If both are dead, the fight's probably lost. So at that point, go find your Reinhardt in spawn and get him back to the fight faster. And once you're just doing this well enough that you're bored of it, we'll add more things in, and we'll slowly start and build up your skill set from scratch until you're silver, gold, platinum. I mean, we'll just work our way up the ladder from scratch. But yeah, I just want to start with I want to start from scratch. I want to start with a solid foundation, and I want to build up a skill set that has you impactful in the game, but also impactful in the game in the ways that you like to play games and do other activities. So we went a little bit over time, so I don't want to be too late for my next session.
Right.
But I hope that you don't mind that I went off a little bit off script of what we were originally intending to do today. And I hope that you found this valuable.
No problem. As long as I learned something, that works.
Awesome. Well, I am looking forward to seeing how your progress goes. And chat, if there's anybody, I know that bronze can be a little bit of a hellscape for ranked. So chat, if anybody is in bronze and wants a duo partner, I mean, y'all should link up because you got a supportive Lucio player to duo with you.
Yeah, just keep in mind I'm still working for a living, working for Uncle Sam, so my time is limited.
Awesome. Well, with whatever little time you do have to play the game, I hope that you enjoy it and slowly start ranking up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, Rapier Man. You enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Okie doke.
Bye now.
Bye.